Rise and grind, y'all. A little late this morning, but we're here. Morning, good morning, good morning. Ariana's already here. Your consistency is admirable. Yep, you are our first true grinder. You see Ariana's here?
No. Hey,
Just,
hey,
just,
friend.
just me, you, and Ariana.
What's
That's
up,
great.
Ariana?
Oh, okay. Black Santa encounter.
What?
Santa Mike. Oh, he's been our Black Santa before.
Oh, really? Let me
Mm-hmm.
tell you. So some days I can see everybody, and then other days I can't. Today's one of the days I cannot.
Even if you scroll up, it doesn't bring up.
It won't scroll. Okay, so like now I can see the comments. So now
Okay.
I just saw Black Santa, but it just showed up.
Hi, Mrs. Santa.
Oh, it's his wife. Okay, so
Uh,
now I can see.
yeah, you just had to scroll up.
No, it won't
Um.
let me.
Oh.
It's
Okay.
weird. Some days it. Oh, now see. Okay, all right. I feel like dealing with that. Hi. Hi, my friend. How are you today?
You know, it's Thursday,
Mm.
and I just was informed my kids don't have school tomorrow.
What?
I know. Ah, it's because spring break starts.
Yeah, still. My son is in DC
Mm-hmm.
and they get back tomorrow evening. As I'm talking to you, nope. They update pictures throughout the day. We can't talk to them at all. They take their phones as soon as they get off the plane. And Jabril's been hiding from the camera. So I did text his teacher yesterday. I said, can you tell my son to stop hiding from the camera because his parents would like to see him?
Would you let him live? He's what, 13? Is he 13 or 14? He's 14?
13,
Okay.
13.
I'm worried about you when he turns 14 because this whole year of 14, this what you're getting is the tip of the iceberg of what's to come.
I don't
He's
like
growing.
it. I know. But like, I'm looking at everyone else's kids. Can you just take a picture? So she sends me two pictures of him and just like, first she laughs. She's like, no, I legit think that's what he's doing. Is when he sees the camera just like going behind it and stuff. So she sent me two pictures of him. I'm like, okay,
Let
great.
him
Good to know
live.
he's actually there.
Let
I was
him
like,
live.
did he make the plane? Like, I don't know.
Wait, so Ariana, I'm gonna go back up. She says we got our financial aid packages, and it makes me feel so confident for our next school year. I'm just sharing since we've been talking
Yay.
about admissions. That is always good to know.
Are you feeling good about next year, Ariana?
She said she is.
Good.
um, that's the dream. Like that, all of our families will feel energized and confident and optimistic about the school year.
How are
Unfortunately,
you
that is
feeling?
not the case for everyone.
I know. And people are still trying to figure out what they're doing next year. They still have
Yeah.
one more day. And then you have to wait until after spring break if you're on a wait list.
Well, but some are finding out in
Yeah,
real
in real
time.
time.
Yeah.
Right.
It's just an icky time of like we're at that double dutch. Am I gonna be put in? When do I go
Yeah.
in? What do I do? I'm just waiting on the sides. Um, but good. We're happy, Ariana. Um, what was it I wanted to talk about today? I got nothing.
Spring break's coming. We have 2 weeks off. We will not be rising and grinding. But you know what? You should transfer the PSB over to, well, we'll talk about this on the side. I can post from our HBCU tour.
What do you mean transfer over to the side? Like, how do
I
you?
don't know.
Yeah, okay. I was like, you
Like,
know something I don't know?
no, do I just get the password? Like, how does it work? Yeah. But is it separate from your personal? I don't want your personal password.
You can post on both. I don't care.
Yeah,
No,
I
actually,
should.
it could be. I don't know. Honestly, I have to look. I have to
We'll
look.
figure it out.
And also, you should have it anyway because I want to spread the joy and pain of
Oh no,
management.
I love not having it. I love being able to send you pictures and be like, post this, text this.
No, I'm ready to share.
Okay,
Okay.
but during that week though, because I can go live
Yes,
and
yes, I love it. You
have the
should.
kids with me.
Yes.
Like
So, what is it you're doing? Because I don't know that
we're
we can.
doing our HBCU tour. We are in the final planning stages of our first HBCU tour, and to be honest, the closer we get, the more excited I get. I've got a couple surprises for the kids that they have no idea we're doing with them. A lot of the schools have been reaching out and adding more speakers to talk directly just to our students. We have administration coming out, like admissions, I'm sorry, not administration, admissions officers coming out to talk directly to our students. So I'm excited.
And this is also on the heels of just some good programming for high schoolers that we've had. We were talking before the phone, before the live started, about the fact that we hosted a college panel earlier this year in person with alumni of PSV, but first and second year students,
They were all
and
freshmen.
they were all freshmen. Okay,
Yeah, yeah. They'd
and it
only
was,
done a semester away, and that was the beauty for them to come back and talk about their experience leaving. Some of these have left like small private schools, and now they're at USC. And then
mm-hmm,
others have, for the first time in their life, they're at Spelman or Hampton, where all the students are Black, and it's the
yeah,
first time in their lives they've been in the majority, you
yeah,
know? And so all of them had different experiences. Some of them talked about having a relationship for the first time. And we now learned next year we definitely need to have a separate section where they can speak to just the students, because there were some of the kids who are like, my mom's in the audience. But it was just beautiful for them to share these experiences with students who are starting to think about, where do I want to go?
yeah.
What's next for me?
So
And
we
so,
will be doing that again next year, and it will be bigger and better, and maybe additionally virtually, like hybrid
yeah,
event, in person
yeah,
and hybrid. And that's a nice segue to the fact that we're about to start planning for next school year. So in about the next month, month and a half, school administrators will be hearing from us, and parents. If you are wanting to continue to benefit from our programs and services, you might want to make sure your school is a partner. And most are. But we've got to continue. Every year we get stricter and stricter with respect to who can participate and benefit from our programs and services. And that's really more an accountability thing of these schools are pouring into us. So let's make sure these resources are available to their families first and foremost. But also on the back end, um, we can't be all things to all people. We have to prove impact. We have to have metrics and measurable data. And sometimes that is tethered to, a lot of times, knowing who is exactly in your community. And also, costs are real. So we don't have unlimited funding to be able to provide everything for everyone. Not yet. Maybe one day.
yes.
Maybe when
Yeah.
y'all get to Mackenzie Scott and tell her, give us our
That's what we should
transformative
do
gift.
every day. Every day on this, we should say, and please tell Mackenzie Scott we're
In our
here.
Dear Mackenzie section segment
Yes,
today,
yes. Dear Mackenzie, if
Dear
we
Mackenzie,
had a
we
grant
need
from
you to
you,
know about Private School
yeah,
Village.
here's
Why?
what we would do. We should share
Here's
exactly what we would do with the Mackenzie Scott money. Like, that's what we need to do every day.
we're gonna start everyone every episode with a
Yes,
Dear Mackenzie moment.
yes.
A Dear Mackenzie moment.
Yes. How about we ping pong right now with things that we would do with Mackenzie Scott
No, I
grant,
don't
with the
want to give
Mackenzie Scott.
ideas away. You know, I have a problem.
Well, even with the stuff that we have right now, Mackenzie, we would take more kids to the HBCU tour with the Mackenzie
No, no,
Scott.
no, Mackenzie. We would hire more than
Oh,
two full-time employees to manage a nonprofit organization that serves over 20, has served over 20,000 people.
can you say that again? That's number one. Hey, Mackenzie.
Hey, Mackenzie.
Hi, I'm Danisha, and
I'm
I'm the
Lisa.
deputy director of Private School Village. This is my partner, Lisa. She's the executive director and founder of Private School Village. We need help. Can you please grant us
A
money?
transformative gift
Yes,
to
so that we
capacity
can
build
hire
and
more
shore up our
people.
infrastructure so that
We
this
want
does
to
not
help
go
with the
away.
unemployment rate because the unemployment rate has increased in the United States. We would like to help with that. If you give us money, we can hire people.
Lots.
It's a
We can hire
win
lots.
win.
I didn't know where you were going with the unemployment rate. I was like, are you saying you don't want us to be unemployed?
No, I'm saying we need to hire people with a
Yeah.
transformative gift.
No,
We
let's
can
just
help
talk
with
about,
that.
you know what? Capacity. Okay. I don't understand why it's this hard.
What's that?
I mean,
Building?
yes, at some point past an organization's like founding years, some lever needs to switch where you move from test case to like sure thing and you get some grant or you get something that propels you to sustain.
Yes, yes,
Because I think so many ideas and organizations probably drop in the middle of scaling. I know scaling is this thing. I mean, and there's no sure bet for or nonprofit, but it's even harder for nonprofit.
yes.
And by default, nonprofit, not benefiting us for public benefit.
I say
Why
that all the time.
why
Like,
wouldn't
this
we
is
put
not for
more
me.
into it
Yeah.
to make it work? It's for public benefit.
So,
It's
Mackenzie,
hard.
if you're listening or when you
McKenzie.
get this, we will be very responsible with your gift. I mean,
Girl. So we
we've
have
done
a
so much
three
with
out of
very
four
little.
stars for our first year on Charity Navigator. You know, a lot of nonprofits are not even rated. You have to be old enough
Mm.
and have enough of the information to be even rated by Charity Navigator. So we've crossed that hurdle and we've gotten a 3 out of 4 star. Actually, I know we could have 4 out of 4. I just haven't put the link up to our 990s on our website, and that's like 15 points in and of itself. So
Are you serious?
yeah,
Okay.
we can get 4 out of 4. And since 2020, I think we've had a platinum seal of transparency from Candid and GuideStar. So to Denisha's point, you can trust that we're going to be transparent, forthright, and responsible with whatever funding we get. We just need to get it.
Yes. And by the time you give us the grant, we will have a 4 out of 4. So,
Mhm.
Mackenzie, and we're great people. You like
Maybe
us.
we should call her Miss Scott, dear Miss Scott.
Yeah,
Mackenzie
that's
seems
probably
really seems
personal.
yes, and we're not there yet. I mean,
Yes.
I hope we
Okay.
get there. Like I kind of feel
Okay.
like she's like the nonprofit Oprah.
No, you're right. Okay, Miss Scott, but I also really like the name Mackenzie.
Yeah.
So can I just say Miss Mackenzie Scott?
Yes, you can.
Okay.
Or
All
Miss
right, Miss
Mackenzie.
Mackenzie. Miss Mackenzie.
Miss
Yes.
Mackenzie.
Because we're talking about private school kids, and a lot of them do call their teachers and their admin by their first name. But out of respect, Miss Mackenzie, yeah, I really like that name.
I do too. And we should
Uh,
also talk about the fact that yes, we're talking about private school families. And a lot of your funding has gone to some great organizations. Um, we tend to hear from people a lot like, oh, you're talking about private school families. Wah,
mm-hmm.
wah.
Yeah, yeah. No, no, let's talk about this. Look at us.
And I actually think it is that reaction that further proves the need. Privilege or the assumption of privilege does not negate the need, it often creates the need, right? And so these are still children whose development is dire
Yeah.
to our future, right? We're talking about tomorrow's leaders. And if everyone continues to look at them in a vacuum of privilege and thinking they got what they need or they could get what they need, well, that's just not happening.
Mm-hmm.
And the data shows us it's not happening. The research shows us it's not happening. That's why national mental health organizations now categorically call students in high achieving schools at risk. It used to just be the only kids who were at risk were low income public school kids. That is not the case
And
anymore.
and more specifically for children of color, Black
Yes.
children.
Yes.
Yeah.
That is not the case anymore. That's the crazy part. These privileged students, and this is not based on race, the high achieving at risk delineation is not just for students of color. That is all students in high achieving schools because of rigor, because of the mental health load. Our perspective is now throw on the layer of being one of a few or the only one. on top of that.
Yep. And all the things that you have to deal with.
You
So
think there's
you
not
have
a
the
greater
academic
need?
rigor, but you also have just the microaggressions that you have to deal with on a daily. And all of the research that shows students didn't even realize they were dealing with microaggressions. They didn't have a name for it until they graduated. So they couldn't even express to their parents what they were feeling.
Or they're confused and wondering, what's that? Or I'm making too much of it. I'm just going to eat it. And then years
Yeah.
later, they're like, oh, wait,
So Miss
the
Miss
Steve
McKenzie,
Fund,
there's a need.
Miss
Just
McKenzie, come
yeah.
on, girl. Hear it. Hear it. Um,
See
we
fun.
partner with the Steve Fund to provide some mental health programming throughout the year. And one of the things they taught us is about allostatic load. It's a term you all should Google. Before I was introduced to that, it was all just kind of perceived to be cognitive load. Like, and so
Great recall, Lisa. Can I just say that? Because I totally forgot about that.
cognitive load, meaning cognitively, you're at school like to learn math and to, learn about great authors and policy and meanwhile, the average student of color is also navigating the load of being the only one in a classroom in all these discussions. Do I raise my hand? How will it be perceived if I ask this question? Like all the what these people think I probably play basketball. Oh, they're asking me all the time if I play sports. Like you're navigating all of the non-academic things.
Hmm.
And it is layering on a cognitive and now allostatic, meaning it's not just a mental load. It is a physical load. Like it weighs on you in ways that impact every aspect of your being. It's a load and it's real.
Yeah,
So all that to
it's
say,
heavy.
Miss McKenzie, you could make a powerful difference in helping people understand privilege does not negate need.
Yes.
And if it really does, twing you wrong that we're just focused on private school, and by the way, we're starting there because that's where we're starting.
Yeah.
This is not isolated to private school kids. Lots of public school, charter school kids are the only ones, depending on where they live. With enough resourcing, we could certainly grow. But for now, private school
And
families.
I do want to say this too. Not all private school families are, we have a lot of private school families who are on aid. So not everyone in private school is, wealthy.
Well, but
And
I think the assumption is because they're in private school, the private school will provide.
yeah, no.
And
No,
that's just like most people
as
think.
our
Like
friend
if
just shared, she's happy this year with her package, with her financial aid package. Every year, that's not the case, and most families have to make that decision when they're going into private school. What are they going to sacrifice? I had this conversation the other day with a family who is new to private school, and she was saying, in order to they got in, she didn't know about aid, and she's like, we can afford it, but we will sacrifice like family vacations. We will sacrifice. She was saying there was some work she wanted to have done on her house. Now that's not going to happen
yep, yep.
because she's going to need to use that. And again, we understand these are first world problems. Get that, but it's their problem nonetheless. And
It's
so
still
the assumption that everyone is making four or $500,000 a year is just not true for every family in private school.
or the assumption like that people make around private school having all kinds of ability to serve all kinds of accommodations. Not
Oh
true.
yeah, yeah,
But the assumption is they do.
mm-hmm.
And it's the same thing. Um,
Yes.
and it's that assumption that I think creates this vacuum of a situation for the experience for Black and Brown folks in these spaces. I think that's the only way I've come to understand why this has been such a pervasive problem generation after generation. I mean, because certainly it's the same thing as when I was a student and I'm 53 years old. And so why is that? And I think all we've done through the years is just normalize it because we know this is what it is. And we still apply in. But it's time for that to change. Like we can't ignore the research and we can't ignore the fact that we have to pour into our students, all students, no matter what type of schooling, um, in intentional ways.
Okay. I've enjoyed this conversation, but I'm ready to. There's two things I want to do. One is I want to clarify the eight. We saw a video.
Where's the segue?
There's no segue. You're the segue queen. I'm the like, okay, I'm over talking about this.
You could have been like, "Ooh, we ate it on this conversation."
Okay, well, there you go. I said you're the segue queen. I'm done talking about this. um, so I was like, yeah, I'm done talking about this. We'll come back to you, Miss McKenzie. Every day we'll have a
Every day.
McKenzie moment
Yeah.
and we'll share things that we do and why we need
Because
this
the need
money.
and truthfully, we're tongue in cheek. We do talk about you a lot
Oh,
because
we do.
we see what you're doing. You clearly
Yes.
want to pour into Black and Brown communities because you
Yes.
are doing it. We just don't know
And
how to get
thank
in
you.
front of you.
Thank you. Even though we
Yeah.
haven't benefited from that,
No,
like
no,
our
no.
organization, wait, I'm saying our
Yeah.
organization hasn't, we benefit from you pouring into communities like ours. So thank you. If you never give Private School Village a dime, thank you so much for all the work that you're doing because you don't have to. And there are so many people in your
That part.
position that aren't doing a thing. So we thank you.
Wait, you switched it. You did
No,
that before?
it's the middle finger. I'm doing middle.
Are you
Yeah.
are you
This
going
is the
off of
middle
what I forward?
finger.
Are you going off of what I forwarded you?
Yes. Yes.
No,
I wish we can give that man credit. So can we post? Yes, we can put it on our stories today.
no, I don't know if it's appropriate to put it on
I'll
our.
put it on my stories. Okay, so
Okay.
look at if you're following me, I am Velo. I'll put it on my stories today. But for the last few weeks, we've been asking audience members. We've been asking you all: is it index finger for like when they do the, or is it the middle finger? And we've gotten some people say, oh, it's like this. Some people say it is here. So we happened to come across an influencer that explained it is middle finger because this.
Yes, Duran, J Black. Yes, Duran. She's talking about
Oh,
Duran.
okay. We'll post it. But it's this because that's the sign language for eight, the number eight. And so this is aided. So now we got
You
it. All
got sick of
right.
people like us being like, which is it? And
Yes.
my kids wouldn't tell me, so.
Yeah, no. So now we know and now we're sharing because that's what we do at Private School Village. When we get
But you heard his
information, we share
explanation
that
for why it's not
information.
this, right?
No, what did he say? I
See,
can't
that's
remember.
not the appropriate part.
It's not appropriate. What did he say? All
You
right,
don't have.
whatever. I'm gonna
Yeah.
post it because
Okay.
I can, because I'm an individual.
Yes, you are an
Um,
individual. Okay, so that was your
oh,
one thing. What was your second unrelated thing?
I'm ready to go. I got work to do. I love you guys, but like it's 9:30,
We were
and
doing so well talking about PSV, and then you just, I don't know.
yeah, those are the two things. I started looking at my email. I'm like, I love you guys, and this conversation is fun,
Yeah.
but truly, we are a two-man team, and spring break starts in 2 days, and I have a HBCU tour that starts on Sunday evening, and yeah, I got stuff to do.
Yeah.
And we have our honors. We have so much stuff to
So
do.
much great stuff.
All
Yeah. Okay. Rise and grind.